Okay. Looks like we're live, and yeah, what's happening? Is our sound good? Let's see. Well, we've got sound, so all right. Let's get underway. 20 questions about cannabis. So, what part of the cannabis plant contains most of the psychoactive compounds? Is it the flowers, the buds, the stems, the roots, the playlist Snoop Dogg uses for gardening? Clearly not that. Well, it would, I think it's the buds. It's all about the buds. Yeah. I don't think the roots are used for anything. The stems, maybe. And I don't have a lot of knowledge about this topic, to be fair. Not a first-hand experience. So I would suggest that, it's the buds. Okay, I might just keep a score here just to see how we're doing. So that's number one. Oh, that's all good. All right, now, okay. Reveal the answer, please. It's this one. I clicked the wrong one. Reveal the answer, please. Are we going to do it? Here it is. Here's the answer. Okay, the flowers, the buds, yes. So here it is. The buds or flowers of the cannabis plant contain the highest concentration of trichomes, which are tiny crystal-like structures packed with THC, CBD, and aromatic terpenes. Oh, terpenes, as in turpentine. The leaves and stems contain much less, and the roots, well, they're mostly there just to hold the whole operation together. Okay. Yes. Next question, please. Here's the next question. Question 2. Which compound in cannabis causes the high? THX 1138, George Lucas's first film. I don't think that's that. I think it's the THC. Definitely the THC. All right. We believe the answer is C, the THC. Can you please reveal the answer? C is the answer. So that's question 2. Done. Yep. 1, 2 are done. THC is the psychoactive compound that interacts with receptors in the brain, producing the well-known high or euphoric effect. It alters perception, mood, and coordination. The reason cannabis became both famous and controversial. Meanwhile, CBD, its calmer cousin, delivers therapeutic effects without the buzz. Okay. Next question, please. What does CBD primarily do? Okay. CBD gets you high because I got high, because I got high. Helps with pain and anxiety, makes brownies fluffier, turns your dog into a philosopher. I think it's B, helps with pain and anxiety. Please reveal, I'm just testing this, I think I have to tell it to listen. Please reveal the answer to question 3. No, nothing. Pretty sure. Right. Reveal the answer to question 2, please. And then I have to click to tell it. There, it's all going there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Yes, CBD, cannabis oil. Cannabis oil doesn't make you high. Instead, it's valued for its therapeutic properties. It can help reduce pain, inflammation, anxiety, and seizures, working gently with the body's endocannabinoid system to restore balance. That's why CBD oils, gummies, and creams have become so popular and legal in many places worldwide. Okay. So yes, I think I got that one right as well. That was question 3. Right, now, next question, please. All right, here it is. It's next question. Question 4. I don't know why it's got 2 and 3 there. It's got a bit stuffed up, I think. What does the term 420 originally refer to? A police radio code for marijuana? A meeting chime chosen by California students in the 1970s? The number of known cannabinoids? The number of snack runs per session? I think it's B. A time chosen by California students in the 1970s. 420, yes. A police radio code for marijuana. That's a good answer, but I know it's wrong. But 420, corner of Haight, Ashbury. Right. So, yes. Please reveal the answer. Question 4. Question 4 it was. Okay. Okay. Yes, we've got that correct as well. 4 is correct. Okay. The term 420 started with a group of California high school students called the Waldos in 1971, who met at 4:20 p.m. after school to search for a rumored cannabis crop. The time not the police code, became their private signal to meet and smoke, and it spread through music and culture thanks to the Grateful Dead and beyond. Okay. Next question. All righty. Well, there we go. What's the process of heating cannabis to activate THC? Carbonation, decarboxylation, fermentation, microwaving with reckless optimism. Oh, what's the process of heating? Carbonize. I don't know. I know it's not D, microwaving with reckless optimism. It's not fermentation. Decarboxylation. It's got to be A. Carbonation. Carbonation, yes, because we make carbonates out of charcoal. So yes, I'm going to reveal the answer, please. Oh, decarboxylation. Okay. Decarboxylation is the chemical process that activates THC and CBD by heating cannabis. When you smoke, vape, or bake it, heat removes the carboxyl group, COOH, from the raw components, THCA and CBDA, turning them into their active forms, THC and CBD. Without this process, cannabis won't produce much of a psychoactive or therapeutic effect. It's just dried plant matter. Oh, okay. So we got that one wrong. Close, but no cigar. 4 out of 5. Carboxyl. Oh, right. Carboxylation. So it needs heat to sort of release the THC and the CBD. Okay. All right. Interesting. Next question, please. Okay, so that, right. So how do they create oil? Right. Why do cannabis plants produce cannabinoids? To impress the neighbours? To protect against pests, UV light and stress. It makes the bees giggle. To help farmers find them in the dark. It's to protect against pests, UV light and stress. Yes, to protect. Answer, please. And click. All right. To protect, yes. Cannabis plants naturally produce cannabinoids like THC and CBD as part of their defense systems. These compounds help the plant repel insects, protect from ultraviolet rays, and handle environmental stress such as drought or heat. In other words, cannabinoids evolved as the plant's built-in sunscreen and bug repellent. And we just happen to find other uses for them. Next question, please. So I think I've got 6 right. And we're up to question 7. Okay. Oh, I forgot to move it on. Move it on. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's drop that out of the picture. Right. What's the main difference between hemp and marijuana? The smell, the THC concentration level. Hemp is blue under moonlight. Marijuana grows only near Wi-Fi. The THC concentration level, I believe, is the correct answer here. B. Reveal the answer, please. All right. The key legal botanical difference between hemp and marijuana lies in the amount of THC, the psychoactive compound. Hemp, less than 0.3 THC, used for fiber, seeds, oil, and textiles. Marijuana, higher THC level, bred for psychoactive or medicinal uses. They're the same species, Cannabis sativa, just cultivated for different purposes. Kind of like the difference between a racing greyhound and a sleepy farm dog. Okay. All right, so we got that one right. That was 7. I'll write down 8, 9, and 10. Okay, just there, right. Next question, please. All right, gee-ho. Here we go. Next question. What are terpenes responsible for? Terpenes. Giving cannabis and its aroma and flavor, controlling THC levels, determining the plant's gender, causing spontaneous drum solos. I think it's giving cannabis its aroma and flavor. Yeah. Terpenes. And I believe it's related to turpentine, which is a sort of wood spirit, isn't it? Turpentine. Reveal the answer, please. Terpenes are the aromatic oils found not only in cannabis, but also in herbs, citrus fruits, and pine trees. They're what make one strain smell like lemons and another like diesel or pine. Beyond smell, terpenes can also influence mood and effects. For example, limonene feels uplifting, while migraine tends to be relaxing. Okay. Can we do a bit of a side hustle about terpenes? First of all, I'm interested in their relationship with turpentine and then how they relate to essential oils. Well, it's responding. certainly. It's responding to the question. It's received the question and it's sending. Right. So I think we got question 8 correct. Great choice. Diving into terpenes connects lots of fascinating threads: chemistry, botany, essential oils, even solvents like turpentine. Let's unpack two of your interest areas: terpenes and turpentine, and terpenes and essential oils. Then we'll link them to your cannabis quiz context. Terpenes and turpentine. The term turpentine or turpentine actually comes from pine resin and contains terpenes such as A-pinene and alpha and beta pinene. In fact, many resinous trees, especially conifers, produce terpenes which are collected as turpentine or tree resins. Chemically, terpenes are built from isoprene units, often linked head to tail to form chains or rings. So turpentine is basically a commercial distilled mixture of terpenes extracted from pine or other trees, thereby giving you a direct connection. Terpenes, the active aromatic volatile hydrocarbons. Turpentine is one product composed of them. From a quiz perspective, you could ask something like, what common solvent used in painting contains aromatic terpenes like A-pinene? And the answer could be turpentine. Terpenes and terpenoids are the major components of essential oils, plant-derived volatile oils. Essential oils are complex mixtures. While terpenes dominate, they also include other compounds, alcohols, esters, ketones, etc. Terpenes are essential oils give plants their distinctive aroma, e.g. lavender has linalool, citrus trees have limonene, and serve plant functions: defense, pollinator attraction. For cannabis, the terpene profile contributes to aroma, flavor, and may modulate the effect, entourage effect theory, alongside cannabinoids. So in your quiz, you could have a question like, which compound gives a strain its citrus scent and also found in lemon peel and many essential oils? The answer is limonene. Terpenes are volatile aromatic hydrocarbons plus derivatives produced by plants. Turpentine is solvent distillate rich in terpenes, especially from pine resin. Essential oils, plant extracted volatile oils in which terpenes are the dominant class. In cannabis, terpenes matter for aroma, flavor, possible effects. If you like, I can build 2 extra quiz questions specifically tackle. No, we're all good. Let's continue with the quiz, please. I think we're up to question 9. Yeah, question 9. What distinguishes indica from sativa strains? Indica is more relaxing, sativa is more uplifting. Indica is always purple. Sativa comes from Saturn. One has built-in Bluetooth. I think it's A. Indica is more relaxing. Sativa is more uplifting. They're 2 different strains. Okay. Reveal the answer, please. Okay. If anybody's wondering what I'm doing, I have my tablet, my Samsung tablet. It appears on my PC. It's linked there. And so I'm controlling my tablet from my PC. And then I'm using OBS to do the webcam, the chat, and sort of mirror the tablet. All right, here we go. Indica is, yeah, that we've got that right. So that's question 9. So we're 8 out of 9 so far. While modern hybrids blur the lines, traditionally indica strains are linked with body relaxation, calm, and couch lock, ideal for nighttime. Sativa strains tend to produce energizing, creative, and cerebral effects, often better suited for daytime use. Both terms come from plant morphology. Indica plants are shorter and bushier, while sativas are taller and narrower. Okay, there we go. So we just learn little bits as we progress through the quiz. It builds up nice and slowly. Next question, please. So this is question 10, and that takes us halfway through the quiz as we move on. I have a paid version of ChatGPT, so I have unlimited things. What is hashish made from? Compressed cannabis resin, boiled hemp rope, dried stems, and leftovers from Cheech and Chong's road trip. I think it is compressed cannabis resin. That would be my response. Interesting. Reveal the answer, please. Oh, better tell it to get on with the business. Okay, so here we go. Right. Hashish, or hash, is made by collecting and pressing the resin glands, known as trichomes, from cannabis flowers. These trichomes contain concentrated THC, CBD, and terpenes, giving hash a potent aroma and effect. It's one of the oldest cannabis products in history, with origins in India, the Middle East, and North Africa, long before modern strains or dispensaries. Okay, I have a question. So, how is hashish produced commercially in these modern times? So we have a question, a side quest, looking at this sort of carry on. 28 minutes in, and I think we're on question 10. So it looks like we're going at a rate of 20 questions an hour. Great question. Perfect little deep dive for your show. Below is a clear, non-technical, high-level overview of how hashish is produced commercially today, written so you can explain it on air without getting into any how-to details that would be unsafe or illegal to share. Okay, high level. Commercial starts with trichome-rich cannabis flower, the resin glands or buds. Producers select material for potency and terpene profile. Higher quality flowers. Okay. The main production methods. Solventless mechanical separation. Trichomes are separated from plant material by sieving or vibration through progressively finer screens. The powder-like trichomes are then pressed into blocks. This is an ancient and still popular method of producing relatively pure ice water extraction. Frozen plant material is agitated in cold water. Trichomes become brittle, separate, and are collected through stacked micron filters. Collected resin is dried and pressed into hash. This method preserves terpenes well and is common in high-end commercial production. Rosin, heat and pressure. Heat and pressure are used to press resin from plant material or hash to create a sticky concentrate called rosin. Note, this is a commercial solventless concentrate category and is often sold alongside hash products. Solvent-based hydrocarbon extracts like butane, BHQ, and COT extraction are used by large-scale processors to create potent concentrates. These processes use solvents or supercritical CO2 to dissolve and extract cannabinoids, then remove the solvent to yield concentrates. Oils, waxes shatter. Some concentrates are further processed into dab-style products or refined into cannabinoid isolates. Important, solvent-based production is typically done in licensed facilities with strict safety controls and post-processing to ensure no harmful residential solvents remain. All right, so there's quite a lot there. Right. Wow. No step by step. Right. So I just wanted to get a general idea. Okay. Next question, please. Let's okay. All right. Here we go. 11. What does CBD stand for? Central Business District, of course. Car battery, no. Chill bro dude. Cannabis body deluxe. Cannabis oil. Cannabis oil. Aye, cannabis oil. Yeah, I reckon. Let's reveal the answer, please. So I got 10 right. So 9 out of 10 on the first half of the quiz. And we're coming back now. This is 11. All right. Okay. All righty. Okay. CBD stands for cannabis oil, one of over 100 cannabinoids found in the cannabis plant. Unlike THC, it doesn't cause a high, but it's widely used for relaxation, pain relief, and anxiety reduction. CBD's popularity exploded in the 2010, from oils and gummies to skincare and even coffee infusions, all promoting calm without the buzz. You're doing great, Maurieo. That's 11 down, 9 to go, and Maurieo's 20 questions about cannabis. Next question. When you're ready, I'll bring up question 12 with the digital 12 header and 13 footer. Well, yeah, the header and footer's not going so well. But, yeah. All right, so we got question 11 pretty much nailed. Right. Okay. Bring on the next question. However, your header and footer game is not going so well, and we're just getting a repeat of 2 and 3. But we're all good with that. Never mind. Perhaps we should just have a little logo maybe in there for the Maurieo show, but we'll work on that another time. Let's just have the next question. Okay, here it is. Next question coming up. Still ahead of 2, and we'll just move that down there like that. What's the difference between smoking and vaping cannabis? Vaping heats without burning, producing fewer harmful chemicals. Oh. Vaping needs batteries. Smoking uses fire, vaping uses friendship. Vaping was invented by Iron Man. Well, it could be A or B, couldn't it? But I'm going with A, I think. I think A. I'm sort of most happy with. Vaping heats without burning, producing fewer harmful chemicals. Could be. Oh well. Soon to find out. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Please reveal the answer. It pays to be polite, I think, with you. When you vape, cannabis is heated just enough to release cannabinoids and terpenes as a vapor, not burned into smoke. That means fewer combustion byproducts, less tar and carbon monoxide, though it's not risk-free. Smoking, by contrast, burns the plant material completely, creating smoke that contains more irritants. Both deliver cannabinoids, but vaping aims for efficiency and smoother flavour. How does vaping go? Is it vaping commercial products in situations where cannabis is legal? And are there cannabis vapes available in those situations? Or are people somehow vaping it in situations where cannabis has not been decriminalised? For example, New Zealand. Excellent question. In jurisdictions where cannabis itself is legal, parts of the US, Canada, blah, 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 licensed producers sell regulated cannabis vape products. Oh. These are usually pre-filled cartridges, oil-based, containing cannabinoids and terpenes for use in vape pens or 510 thread batteries. Disposable vape pens that are ready to use and often labeled by strain. Okay. Dry herb vaporizers, which heat ground cannabis flower instead of oils, popular with medical users. Some products are tested for safety. No heavy metals, no vitamin E acetate, known potency, and sold through licensed dispensaries. Where cannabis remains illegal or restricted, the countries where like New Zealand, except for strictly prescribed medical cannabis, recreational cannabis vaping is also illegal. However, CBD-only vapes or hemp-derived products that contain no detectable THC may be legal if imported or prescribed properly. People who vape cannabis outside these frameworks are doing so illegally, often using unregulated black market oils or homemade extracts which carry real risks because composition and strength are unknown. Some may contain residual solvents or additives like vitamin E acetate, which have been linked to lung injuries overseas. There's no quality control or testing. So in New Zealand, medical prescriptions and licensed products only are legal. Recreational vapes are not. Oh, very good. Okay. Right, let's see what happens. Next question, please. All right. Here we go. The next question. Okay. How long can THC typically stay detectable in urine after use? A few hours. I think it's longer than that. 1 to 30 days. Sounds about right. A year. Sounds a bit long. And until the next Bob Marley birthday. Well, that's sort of a year. It could be 1 to 30 days. Right, 1 to 30 days, I think. Reveal the answer, please. Yeah. Reveal the answer. Oh, click the button. Okay. Oh, 1 to 30 days. And its metabolites can remain detectable in the body for 1 to 30 days, depending on several factors. How often someone uses it, their metabolism, and body fat percentage. Occasional users, 1 to 3 days. Regular users, up to 30 days or longer. That's because THC is fat soluble, meaning it's stored in body fat and released slowly over time. So the effects fade, but the traces hang around. So, does it stay longer in people with more body fat and less in people with minimal body fat? That's a good question. Exactly right. That's a key factor. People with more body fat tend to retain THC metabolites longer since the compound gets stored in fat cells and is released slowly over time. People with lower body fat or faster metabolisms usually eliminate it more quickly because there's less storage capacity and the system clears it faster. Hydration, physical activity, and frequency of use also play roles. Regular users build up more THC in fat tissue, making detection windows longer. In short, the leaner you are and the less often you use it, the faster it clears. But for frequent users with higher body fat, traces can persist for weeks. Would you like a simple visual explainer slide or chart to show the concept on your stream? No, we're all good. Next question, please. Okay, I think we got that one right as well. That was 12. So this is, I think I haven't got any wrong. So I've only got that one question wrong, which was question 5. What's the endocannabinoid system's main job in humans? Right. Regulating mood, appetite, pain, and memory. Managing hair growth, handling taxes, predicting snack choices. I think it's A, regulating mood, appetite, pain, and memory. The endocannabinoid system. Okay. Right. So I think it's A. Reveal the answer, please. And tick. Yes, The endocannabinoid system, ECS, is a natural network inside your body made of receptors, CB1 and CB2, enzymes and endocannabinoids your body produces itself. It helps maintain homeostasis or balance in key functions like mood, appetite, pain sensation, immune response, and memory. Cannabis compounds like THC mimic or interact with these same receptors, which is why they can influence how we feel, eat, and relax. So, are there sort of situations where cannabinoids or cannabis has been used to manage or control appetite, eating, and weight? And how might that work? Let's try and keep this down to less than 100 words if we can. Right. Yes, cannabinoids affect appetite through the endocannabinoidal system. THC stimulates the brain hunger signal, boosting appetite, useful for patients with cancer, AIDS, or anorexia, where weight loss is a concern. Conversely, CBD and THCV are being studied for appetite control and weight management, as they may reduce cravings or modulate metabolism. So depending on the compound, cannabis can either increase or help regulate appetite. It is all about which cannabinoids are active and how they interact with your body's hunger pathways. Okay. Next question, please. No. What is an edible in cannabis? What is an edible in cannibal culture? Food infused with cannabinoids, a rolling paper brand, anything within arm's reach after midnight, a myth spread by cookie companies. Food infused with cannabinoids. I think all our answers are A. I'll have a chat with ChatGPT in a minute. Food infused with cannabinoids. I think. Reveal the answer, please. I think I'll leave it. I'll have a look at the next quiz. Edibles are food or drinks infused with cannabinoids like THC or CBD. Brownies, gummies, chocolates, teas, even savory snacks. Unlike smoking or vaping, edibles are absorbed through digestion, meaning effects take longer, 30 to 90 minutes to appear, but last longer, often several hours. It's the slow burn of the cannabis world. Tasty but easy to overdo if you're impatient. Perfect stopping point, Maurieo. You've completed 15 of 20 questions. Nicely done. Would you like me to prep the next quiz topic? We'll start building. Quiz number 3. No. No, I would like to continue with the remaining questions. I was just a little bit concerned that all of the correct answers seem to be A, and that questions have not been sort of distributed evenly through the A, B, C, D aspects of the quiz. I know that we've discussed this previously, However, I thought we'll just leave it how it is for now. What's one common side effect of taking too much THC? Temporary anxiety or paranoia, sudden jazz appreciation, growing taller, forgetting your own Netflix password. Okay, I think it's temporary anxiety or paranoia. So, answer, please. Taking too much THC can overstimulate cannabinoid receptors in the brain, especially in areas linked to perception and emotion, that can lead to anxiety, paranoia, or rapid heart rate, symptoms that fade as the THC wears off. It's not dangerous in most cases, but it can be uncomfortable. A calm setting, hydration, and a bit of CBD can help balance things out. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I think we've got 4, 5, and 6 all nailed there. As we head to question 17. Next question, please. Hello. Next question, please.
Absolutely. Here we just let me know when you want the answer revealed.
Okay. Next question, please. I was just seeing if that thing worked. It didn't actually. That's the sort of interactive chat. Which famous musician became a symbol of cannabis culture? Bob Marley. Yep. Robert Nesta, isn't it Nesta Marley? Bob Marley. Yeah, I think so. Reveal the answer, please. All right. Okay. Bob Marley became the world's most recognized symbols of peace, unity, and cannabis culture. A follower of the Rastafarian faith, Marley viewed cannabis as a spiritual sacrament, a means of meditation and connection, not just recreation. His music, message, and mellow philosophy helped shape the global image of cannabis as something tied to freedom, reflection, and love. Okay. What about characters such as Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson, also associated with cannabis culture, and maybe more? You've got 100 words. Absolutely. Snoop built a brand around relaxed confidence and humor, turning cannabis into part of his creative identity. Willie Nelson, the country legend, has long advocated for legalization and even launched his own cannabis brand, Willie's Reserve. Others like Wiz Khalifa, Cypress Hill, and Cheech and Chong helped normalize cannabis in pop culture, from music to comedy, presenting it as both a lifestyle and a symbol of self-expression, creativity, and rebellion with a grin. Next question, please. And this will be question 18. Which movie popularized stoner comedy in the late 1970s? All the answers are A. Come on, ChatGPT. Okay, let me see. It's Up in Smoke. All right, Up in Smoke. Yes, sir. Up in Smoke. It is. Please reveal the answer. All right. Please reveal the answer. Up in Smoke. Hey. Have we got it right? Yes, we have. Oh, yeah. Released in 1978, Up in Smoke featured Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong, launching the stoner comedy genre into pop culture. The film follows two lovable drifters on a hazy misadventure, mixing counterculture humor with laid-back rebellion. It became a cult classic, paving the way for later hits like Half-Baked, Pineapple Express, and Harold and Kumar. It also made smoke culture mainstream. Funny, harmless, and a little bit chaotic. Next question, please. Gimme the next question. Right. Gee-ho. Yeah. Here we go. Right. What is the legal difference between medical and recreational Canada in most countries? Medical requires a prescription. Recreational wears sunglasses. Medical glows in the dark. Recreational is sold by DJs. Well, it could be all of the above, but I think it's A, because all the answers are A. Medical requires a prescription. Okay, the answer is A again. Please reveal the answer. See what chat has to see with what he has to say about that. All right, medical cannabis is legally prescribed by doctors to treat specific conditions such as chronic pain, epilepsy, or nausea. It's regulated, quality tested, and patients use it under medical supervision. Recreational cannabis, on the other hand, is used for personal enjoyment. No prescription needed, but only legal in certain countries or regions. Same plant, same cannabinoids, just a difference in intent, oversight, and regulation. And next question, question 20, the grand final. Okay, here we go. Next question, please. In popular slang, what does wake and bake mean? Getting up early to make muffins? No. Smoking cannabis soon after waking? Yes. Meditating with bread dough? Watching Bake Off while still asleep? It's B. I think ChatGPT might have got a little guilty there. Okay. 20 out of 20. We've got one wrong. Reveal the answer, please. Wake and bake is a bit of pop culture slang meaning to smoke or vape cannabis soon after getting out of bed, usually to start the day in a mellow or creative note. It became a catchphrase in music, comedy, and memes, especially in stoner culture. While it's joked about as a lifestyle choice, many medicinal users employ morning doses to manage pain, anxiety, and nausea. So, as always, context matters. That's 20 out of 20. Would you like a closing Mo Show screen to wrap this quiz up? Yeah, that would be really nice. Yes, but yes, that would a nice wrap up screen would be good. Could you add something along the lines of that? If you have a particular or pet topic that you'd like Maurieo to do 20 questions about, please leave an answer in the chat or something along those lines. That would be pretty awesome. And yeah, let's get that done. And then, right, let's see what we can do. Okay. Right. Quiz complete. Maurieo's 20 questions about cannabis. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay grounded. Got a favorite or pet topic? Drop it in the chat and maybe you'll see it in the next quiz. This has been the Mo Show. See you next time. Yes. Right. What about, let's see if we can, what about a thumbnail for the show? 16 by 9 aspect, less than 2 MB, possibly, who knows. Yep. All right, we'll see what you come up with. Yeah, so a little bit of the old chat GPT. He's getting started. Yeah, all right. Oh, it's coming up green. It's coming up green. Wow. Yes. Well, there you go. So that's been 20 questions about cannabis going through. The intention is to just get ChatGPT to run together some multi-choice questions which give points of discussion, trying to scaffold information so that it builds up nice and slowly and we learn something. So, yeah, I've learned a few little bits about things as we go along in the course of what we've been doing here tonight. And yeah, it's just a way of building knowledge and stuff like that. So, yeah, there we go. There's my little thing there like that. Okay, rightio. So we can, oh yeah, we can put that in there. I can save that. Where can I save that? Oh, it's being saved. Yeah. And okay. Let's put that out there. And well, yeah. We'll see what we can do with that. All good. All right. This has been a maurieo presentation recorded live in our lovely little studio in downtown Ngaruawahia, the big smoke in Aotearoa, New Zealand, a place where Kiwis live in a paradise we like to call God's own country. Good night and good gardening to you all. Bloody marvellous.